Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the special launch episode of the CHRYSALIDS Podcast, where imagination meets transformation. I'm your host, Vivin Mathew Easo, and I'm so glad you're here. This podcast is a space where your creative spark becomes your superpower through music, movement, poetry, drama, and more. Whether you're a teen drawn to the arts, a student of performance or media, a parent nurturing talent, or someone rediscovering a forgotten dream, this journey is for you. We'll explore how creative expression boosts your confidence, strengthens your body, deepens your relationships, and even opens up career opportunities. Art gives you a way to process and express what words often can't. The arts can help you reconnect with yourself and the world around you on a deeper level. So, whether you're 13 or 83, join us as we discover how creativity can shape a stronger, more joyful you. With me today on this special podcast are the famous five. We've been friends, collaborators, and mentors too. And the first amongst them is Merlin D'Souza, India's famous, celebrated pianist and keyboardist, and much, much more. Merlin, would you like to talk to us a little bit, take us through your journey, your creative transformation, your personal transformation?
Thank you, Vivin. Yeah, it's great to be on CHRYSALIDS show. A few words, though I'd rather be instrumental about it. Okay. So, it all began when I was just about 3 and I heard the sound of the railway, the trains on the railway tracks, the call of the azan from across the mosques, and the sound pealing from the church bells. And in the instant for me, it was melody, rhythm, and harmony.
And where was this?
But at the railway quarters in Bandar Station.
Okay.
Then from there, I started learning classical piano into my first ever theatre production. At 17, I wrote my first musical.
Wow.
So theatre absolutely transformed my journey. And I think the epiphany moment was when someone gifted me a hand-me-down in-ears. And I could hear music and panning of orchestras and guitars and everything. That's when I realized I would be a producer. And then I continued with my first love and only love, theatre. And several plays later, not just as a pianist, but as a music director, it led me to advertising, to films, to music albums, to collaborating with fabulous people all here on the show, and now into sonic branding. So the journey has been like a flutterby for me.
Wonderful.
So,
Wonderful.
great.
And now we have a gymnast by chance, an actor, a business school teacher, and a choreographer who can make anyone dance. Shamak Dawar to Javed Jafri have donned their dancing shoes in the presence of this legend. She even learned to wrestle for the part of a wrestler. That's how far she would go as a theatre person for a role. She could just be sitting on a chair and choreograph a number that others could not even imagine. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you the dancing legend, Carla Singh. Carla, would you like to, share with the audience where you started, how did you start, and how has your journey been?
Well, I started out I took tap classes when I was 5 years old. That lasted a couple of years, and then it kind of went into hibernation. I went the normal route. I went to college. I became a business teacher. And I was a gymnast, so I used to coach
Gymnast.
Yeah, I was a gymnast in school and college. And when I went into teaching, then I was a coach also. Then I came to India, and all that went away. And the chance
You got married and you came to
Yeah, I got married. No, I came here and I got married. I met my husband there, but then came here and we got married.
Okay.
So by chance, I was asked to choreograph a show, which I had never done. Theater, I was never on stage. But I said yes. And that was the launch, dunk, that threw me into the theater world. And like Merlin had said, it went from dancing and choreographing, which is where I started, into acting, then directing, then ad films, the same thing, choreographing ad films, product launches, conferences, and one thing grew to the other, comparing events, voiceovers. So it started from being a business teacher to the world of theater, which has been my life ever since.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
Now, let me turn your attention to a voice that has mesmerized the world with her divine charm. From opera to radio, from theatre to movies, OTT and dubbing for TV commercials. A host, anchor, TEDx speaker, she has graced the stage in many ways. She has been the guiding light to many a young mind through her theatre company, The Artist Studios, and her voice training program, Voice Works. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Saloni Mehta. Saloni had a very interesting journey. So, Saloni, you want to take us through that?
Sure. I don't know whether there's been any transformation in my life because from the age of 5 or even younger, I knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to sing and I wanted to act. And it was quite a war and a battle because I grew up in a small city called Jamshedpur, where we're made of metal with hearts of boy. But there's a lot of art, and the Tatas always encouraged music and theater. So we did a lot of that in Jamshedpur. And
So, Daro mom was in Tatas, right?
my dad,
Then,
yeah,
yeah.
forever. And I was always the class entertainer and the class clown because we had these free periods. So I would go and sing and like different crazy songs, funny songs. And then it moved to shows in school. King and I think, was one of the big ones for me where I played the king. I had to bind my breasts at the and then moved to Delhi and to Bombay and to New York, where I specialized in the German arts song, Schubert, the Schubert song cycle. Came back to Mumbai thinking, I'm going to sing. And they said, oh, you have a voice. What about radio? Decided a decade of radio. And at the same time, a lot of theater. And then I moved full-time into theater and a little bit of cinema. So that's about it.
Lovely. Perfect. And next, we have a man who can choose to sit like a fly on the wall or take a flight of a bumblebee. He can make his presence felt, playing characters like the common man R.K. Lakshman in the OTT series Scam 1992. Or he can be the booming Edna in The Incredibles. Asif Ali Beg, singer, actor, lyricist, voice artist, multifaceted, multi-talented. How? How do you wear so many hats, Asif?
So, I'm an attention seeker. And I'm an attention seeker. I love the attention. I love applause. And where better to get it than on stage? So, of course, I started off in school. I used to sing. At that time, I was little Jimmy Osmond. All the younger viewers won't even know who I'm talking about. I was little Jimmy Osmond. I was the only boy in school allowed to have long hair because I was the star on stage. But because through singing, I developed this obsession with the stage. I just wanted to be on stage. I don't care what you asked me to do. I wanted to be on stage because that's where I got all the applause and attention that I wanted. So dramatics, elocution, debates, everything in school. Then for some strange reason, when I finished school, I studied physics. Don't ask.
The physics of theatre?
Don't ask. And then I was singing at that time. There was this whole thing of nightclubs. So I used to sing at a nightclub in Bombay. I did that for 6 years, 6 nights a week. Then I got bored because I wanted to do my own music. And then I met the lovely lady there. And we made music together for a good many years. And then I realized I don't have the makings of a pop star. Simultaneously, I started doing theatre. And one thing led to another. Then I do a lot of voice dubbing that came out of that. I was called to audition to sing for Winnie the Pooh in Hindi. And so I went and I auditioned and I got the part. And the lady who was auditioning me said, would you like to try for the dialogue? I said, but I don't speak Hindi. Can you believe that? So I really learned, and then of course I did audition for the dialogue bits for Winnie the Pooh, and I got the part. And I learned Hindi thanks to an American company. So I do a lot of voice dubbing, and now the odd. I call myself the blink and miss actor.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So now, like Saloni, the odd part in web series, I call myself the blink and miss actor. Now you see me, now you don't. One scene, two scene,
You're on Netflix and
a little bit. Yeah.
OTT.
Yeah. And voice is something I discovered that is something that I enjoy, and I teach voice and speech now. I shudder to say that in front of Q, because his mum was one of the people who influenced me as a child. When I heard her speak on television, reading the news back, I said, "My God, what was that? How do they speak like that?" Yeah, Dolly Thakur, Luku Sanyal, Nirmala Mathan, these were my idols. And I said, I want to learn to be able to speak like that. And the art of good speech is now dead.
And now for the last amongst the famous five, a man who's known by a letter, Q. His theatre group goes by the name of QTP. He has mentored and shown the path to fame for many a name with the platform Thespo, the man who has directed innumerable plays. Vasar, Thakur, Padamsi, Cutie Pie. So Q, you want to take us through a little bit about where, what, how?
I mean, yeah, it's an odd one because for me the theater is my life. Like everyone says, "Oh, what would you do if you weren't doing the theater?" And the question is there anything outside of that? Um, but I don't really know. I got to it when I was very, very young. In school, I was doing the odd play, and then there was one play that, you know, when you start doing a slightly more serious kind of play, I was on stage. I looked into the audience. I paused in the middle of a monologue at the end of the play, and I felt the audience pause with me.
Wow.
And I went, man, this is the best feeling in the world, right? And that was I was hooked at that point, and I didn't expect this to be my entire life. I am a full-time theater professional. I enjoy what I do. Every week is completely different. But at that point, I thought I would do something else and do theater on the side, as was the case back in the 90s or whatever. But we dipped our toes in, and then suddenly the toe became an ankle, the ankle became a knee, and then suddenly, before we knew it, we were swimming full time into the theater world. And I love it. I enjoy it. I wouldn't trade it for anything, and it's made me a better human being. And I think that's the wonderful thing about the arts that I
Yes.
think all of us enjoy.
Yes. And that's something that I just want to kind of say, please take the plunge. It's going to be life-changing, transforming, and you are going to be a better human being thereafter. Don't worry about the career, the money will come. It will come. We are all living examples of that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the famous five are going to roll out their magic. Each one here is a powerhouse of talent and is going to perform something special for you right here, right now.
Give them the old razzle-dazzle, razzle-dazzle them. Give them an act with lots of flash in it, and the reaction will be passionate. Give them the old hocus pocus, bead and feather em. How can they see with sequins in their eyes? What if the hinges all are rusting? What if in fact you're just disgusting? Razzle-dazzle them, and they'll never catch wise. Give them the old razzle-dazzle, razzle-dazzle them. Give them a show that's so splendiferous. Row after row will grow vociferous. Give them the old three-ring circus. Stand and stagger 'em. Show them the first-rate sorcerer you are. Long as you keep them way off balance, how can they spot you've got no talents? Razzle dazzle 'em, razzle dazzle 'em, and they'll make you a star. Woo.
Should we roll?
Let's do it.
Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. Oh, your daddy's rich, and your ma, she's good looking. So hush, little baby, baby, don't you cry. Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my nails and roll my stockings down. And all that jazz, stop the car, I know a whoopee spot where the gin is cold but the piano's hot. It's just a noisy hole where there's a nightly brawl, and all that jazz. Slick your hair and wear your buckled shoes. And all that jazz, I hear that Father Dip is gonna blow the blues. And all that jazz, hold on, hon, we're gonna bunny hug. I bought some aspirin down at United Drug in case you shake apart and want a brand new start to do that jazz. You do that jazz. No more talk of darkness, forget these wide-eyed fears. I'm here with you, beside you, to warm you and to guide you.
Let me be your shelter, let daylight dry your tears. I'm here with you, beside you, to guard you and to guide you. Say you'll serve me every waking moment. Turn my head with talk of summertime. Say you'll need me with you now and always. Promise me that all you say
So, Merlin, I'm going to read a poem from Ralph Waldo Emerson called To Laugh Often and Much. To laugh often and much, to win the respect of intelligent people and the affection of children, to earn the appreciation of honest critics and endure the betrayal of false friends, to appreciate beauty, to find the best in others, to leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition. To know that one life has breathed easier because you lived here. This is to have succeeded. Thank you.
So, you've just met our famous five. Five extraordinary artists who've lived, breathed, and transformed through the creative arts. Now, it's your turn to dive deeper. Each of them will be featured in their own exclusive episodes, releasing every 2 weeks with powerful stories, insights, and inspiration to fuel your journey. So go ahead, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss what's coming next. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy, and start your creative arts journey today.